deep in the swamps of Central Florida.
We have a couple thousand alligators, a couple hundred crocodiles.
Lurks one strange inheritance.
My idea all along was that I could build something that I could pass down to my family.
That was always in the back of your mind.
Always in the back of my mind.
Can we name this one Jamie?
Absolutely.
But passing down an enterprise like this can be treacherous.
Upon my father's passing, we might have to hit the road.
It might be sold out from underneath us.
It's risky business in more ways than one.
What happened to your finger?
Crocodile bit it off.
I'm Jamie Colby, and today I am off the beaten path. I mean, way off the path in the swampy lowlands of South Central Florida. These dense marshes once harbored Seminole Indians and runaway slaves, and more recently, alligator poachers. Now they're home to an old-time Florida family and a very strange inheritance. Patty?
Well, hi there.
Hi, I'm Jamie.
Nice to meet you.
But what's a nice girl like you doing in the middle of nowhere in Central Florida?
How do you know I'm a nice girl? Oh, I shouldn't say that. I'm Patty Register, and my mom, Marietta, passed away in 1996. She left me an inheritance with a lot of bite and with a lot of hoops to jump through.
Yes, Patty inherited alligators from her mother. But if only it were that simple. It rarely is with family businesses. And Gatorama, the kind of old-fashioned roadside attraction you might have run across in Florida 50 years ago, is more complicated than most. Patty runs Gatorama with her husband, Alan.
Patty and I, we met when we were 14 years old in junior high school. It was kind of funny because I told my best friend, I said, that's the girl that I'm going to marry.
Their son, Ben, is Gatorama's official crocodilian wrangler.
All right, how's everybody doing today? So where's everybody from? Tennessee. I'll count slow for you.
Ben can't resist bringing a reporter from New York into the show.
Come on up here, Crocodile. Come on.
He's got that evil eye thing going. Come on, come on, come on. Up, 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 up. Yeah! Woo-hoo! Tourism is about half of Gatorama's business.
I could see a vest out of this. I think you need to get me one.
The other half is farming gators for skins and meat.
The value of the skin would probably be around $600, maybe $650.
This pile alone could be worth more than $5,000. So, how do you hatch an enterprise like this? Therein lies the tale of a strange inheritance, one that involves native Floridians, both four- and two-legged, starting with Patty's dad, Dave Thielen.
My dad was a person who was perfectly at home in the swamp. Mom was more of a city girl.
Way back in the prehistoric era, circa 1970, Dave returned to Central Florida after retiring from the Army. He'd served 20 years, including a tour as an infantry commander in Vietnam. He and Marietta, his wife of 18 years, buy a nice house in Haines City. Dave tries a few different businesses, selling worms, crop spraying. Nothing really clicks until he runs into an old swamp rat he'd known as a kid, Cecil Clemens.
He was one of the best trappers I've ever run into. He had 15 wives, and I knew 3 of them.
Cecil had bulldozed a patch of swampland, erected a cheesy tourist attraction, and named it Gatorama.
If the truth were known, Gatorama was just a front.
A front?
For the gator business.
A front because in 1967, alligators are listed as an endangered species. Trapping or killing them becomes a federal crime.
The hunters around here were happy to bring him little alligators for $3 and $4 a piece. And he was turning those right around and selling them on the black market for like $200, $300 a piece.
By the mid-'80s, Cecil is getting on in years. He wants his old pal Dave to take Gatorama off his hands. Dave is intrigued, especially when he finds out that alligators are about to come off the endangered species list. Gator farming will be a legal business. He offers Cecil $300,000 for the whole operation. Old Cecil snaps at the deal.
Your wife must have been thrilled when you told her you were going to move here.
Oh, she fought me tooth and toenail.
And maybe she was right.
When I came here, I thought this was a farm. It was no farm at all. The incubator was a little old box right back there.
In the house?
In the house. There was roaches, rats, and even snakes running around in this building.
Marietta wants nothing to do with it. She'd rather live someplace with sidewalks.
She wouldn't come down there. First of all, she was afraid, and second of all, it was sort of beneath her dignity.
It took about 6 months for her to make the adjustment and move down here.
And what did he tell her?
Come on, Marietta, we're going.
The couple hope their 3 kids will get involved.
My mom and dad always had the feeling that if you weren't here on the farm, you weren't working.
My idea all along was that I could build something that I could pass down to my family.
That was always in the back of your mind.
Always in the back of my mind.
Oh, it's in the back of his mind, all right, way back there. When it finally gets to the front of Dave's mind, this strange inheritance muddies the water.
I think in that process, it opened up a lot of resentments.
That's next. And later...
What are you saying? Where's my mama?
Saying mama.
Where's my mama?
But first, our strange inheritance quiz question. How many teeth does the typical alligator go through in a lifetime? 20 to 30? 2 to 300? Or 2 to 3,000?